Hey there, colleagues. With Jim Maley here with a video update. Though it's the holiday season, but we've been kind of busy consumed for the last few weeks with some issues related to Parkview and a contemplated sale at Parkview. I talked a little bit about this at the last commission meeting that some of you may have seen, but I'm doing this to try and get out on social and let folks know what exactly where things stand. We had a special meeting today that introduced an ordinance that would approve the transfer of the redevelopment agreement and the pilot agreement to these proposed new owners. And I want to give you a little bit of history and tell you what's developed since our commission meeting. We've made some major advances in what the borough has been looking for at the property. So just to get everybody on the same page with this, in mid-October, we were contacted first by Morgan Properties, the current owner, and then by the purchasers, a company called Premier Parkview, but it's Premier Properties. They requested our approval of the transfer. Under our agreements, the borough has to approve the transfer of the pilot agreement, the redevelopment agreement, to somebody new. So we that came in mid-October. We made requests for certain documents from them, and then we set up a meeting. We had a pretty big meeting, kind of all the enforcement people in the borough, our financial folks, the commissioners, and we met with the new property owners, the purchasers, as well as their attorneys, and we kind of went through all of our issues that we've experienced over the last year, 18 months with this property. Things have been difficult. We have addressed some of them. But it needs to improve. When the current owners took over this property, we didn't have these kinds of meetings going over all the issues because things were running relatively smoothly. But they have really deteriorated under this current ownership, and we're taking some steps to try to fix that. So we told them, chief of our concerns was security. We have been for some time now of the belief that there needs to be security guards, manned security in the lobbies of each of the four buildings. One of our biggest issues with respect to calls for service there are caused by people from outside that are inside with committing bad acts. So we believe that's a control that has to happen. The horrible incident we had where a man was killed was caused in the lobby. There were groups in the lobby. We believe having security guard in that lobby, controlling the door, controlling how people hang out, mull about that lobby, will go a long way to helping stabilize the security issues at the property. We also reviewed with them some of the issues you might be aware of: heat, the garage, issues with pest and infestation in certain of the buildings, really bed bugs, an issue that we've got at different units there in the building. And we kind of went over all that with them. Told them we would give them a detailed list of what we needed from them. We did that. We did request for them to commit to that security in the lobby and to a plan for addressing all of these other issues. It didn't go so well for a few weeks. So that's in the beginning of November. We have a few more weeks until our commission meeting, the first Monday in December. And they really aren't committing to doing the major piece we want, which is security guards in the lobby, which we know is a major change, and we want that change done. So I got an email on the Friday before our commission meeting, really objecting that we had no right to deny their transfer. A court could decide that someday if we have the right to deny their transfer. We think we're on pretty stable ground. But they told us on the one hand that they were paying a premium for the property, while at the same time they were telling us that they didn't have the money to do manned security in the lobbies. And I explained to them then, I explained at our commission meeting when we talked about this issue, that those two things don't go together for me. For them to tell us that they're paying more than what the property is really worth, but that they don't have what everybody seems to agree is necessary to keep this a safe place to live, didn't jive. So we roll through the weekend, we get into our commission meeting Monday night, and then the threats really start flying. heads all up to, we tell them that we are not going to act on the commission meeting to initiate any approval. It's an ordinance that has to be done for this, which takes 2 readings. It gets introduced, and then at least 10 days later, after notice, you can have a public hearing and you can adopt. So we told them at the December meeting we were not moving on it. 5:30 that night, I get some threatening letters every once in a while, but I got one of the great ones, one of the really all-time classic from the current owners, threatening to sue not only the borough, but sue me individually. We have no right to do this, on and on and on and on. So we laid on the record that the commission meeting, the reasons why we weren't going to move forward. I encourage you to take a look at that. You can see it in more detail. I'm not going to go into all that right now because the next morning we got a phone call from them. And the phone call said, okay, we're ready to take these steps. Chief among them, security in the lobbies. So we've been working on an agreement. Right away, we scheduled special meetings for today is December the 16th. And we scheduled another special meeting for December the 27th. We always have a meeting at the end of the year, which is referred to as a cleanup meeting. Has other reasons. It does budget transfers and does kind of year-end financial, kind of close the books, gets done. But we've made it a special meeting, and this is on the agenda for consideration of this ordinance, just in case we had a deal. So we do have a deal. We have a commitment. There's an agreement that is in a pretty solid draft form. And I want to just kind of go through with you. It is requiring, they are committing that for the next 18 months to be reviewed after that with the borough, there will be security guards in the lobby of each of the 4 buildings. Security will be on from 3 in the afternoon till 10 o'clock at night on weekdays. It will be on from 3 in the afternoon until midnight on Friday and Saturday night. We've gone over this with our police department. We feel that that's a comfortable start for the security. And then beyond that, there are plans to spend between $17 and $27 million on upgrades of the facility, which include elevator repairs, windows in the units, parking garage improvements, improvements in the hallway and security cameras, new locks on all of the buildings, upgrades on the cleaning services, a new service for infestations, and again, bed bugs has been an issue. The camera systems I talked about. Let me see. There's a new system, a butterfly security system they'll be installing, and then work with with parking, both the garages and potential expansion of areas within the parking lots themselves. So we think this is a positive step. We think that this will help make the buildings more secure and help make this a better place to live, kind of get us back a little bit to where this was not that long ago, and improve it as time goes on. So that's really the gist. I see I've gone a little longer than usual. I wanted to let you know this is happening. You should feel free to email me, jmailey@collingswood.com, if you have any issues about this, want to talk about it more. Happy to try to provide some more information. I expect that I'll do another little update about other issues before the holiday comes. Hope you're all enjoying the holiday season. See Santa riding around with that fire truck all the time. Hope you and the family get to enjoy it. And we'll be in touch with you with one more update before the holiday comes. Hope you guys are all enjoying the season, and we will catch up to you. Thanks.